Roman Reigns snaps. Jacob Fatu warned. Tribal Chief strikes. Bloodline chaos. Tribal combat war. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. What happens when the most dangerous man in WWE stops trying to be respected and starts trying to hurt people again? And what if Jacob Fatu just made the biggest mistake of his career by pushing Roman Reigns too far before tribal combat? Because after what we just witnessed, this doesn't even feel like wrestling anymore. This feels personal. Deeply personal. The kind of personal that makes the entire arena go quiet for a second because nobody knows what's about to happen next. Roman Reigns sent a violent message to Jacob Fatu, and honestly, calling it a message almost feels too soft. That wasn't a warning. That was a declaration of war wrapped inside pure destruction. The scary part is that Roman didn't even look emotional while doing it. He looked calm. Focused. Like a man who already decided exactly what he was going to do before he even stepped into the building. And that right there should terrify Jacob Fatu. For months, fans kept asking the same questions. Is Roman Reigns still the tribal chief? Has the bloodline lost its power? Is Jacob Fatu the future now? People started talking like Roman was finished. Like the throne had already been passed down and all Roman had left was his entrance music and his aura. Wrestling fans switch up fast, man. One bad month and suddenly people act like you forgot how to dominate the entire company. Big mistake. Because the Roman Reigns we saw before tribal combat didn't look weak, unsure, or distracted. He looked cold. And cold Roman Reigns might actually be the scariest version of him. Before we go deeper into this chaos, hit that like button and subscribe if you think the Bloodline storyline is still carrying WWE right now, because somehow these people manage to turn family drama into a cinematic war every single week. Seriously, Thanksgiving dinner with this family must feel like surviving a steel cage match. The tension throughout the entire night felt different. Commentary kept mentioning tribal combat over and over again. Fans in the crowd looked restless. Everybody knew something big was coming, but nobody knew exactly what. WWE has mastered the art of building silence lately, and silence matters. The pauses matter. Roman's entrance alone always feels less like a wrestler walking out and more like the final boss appearing after you already used all your health packs. Then Jacob Fatu stepped out with that same dangerous confidence he always carries. The man walks around like he fears absolutely nobody, and honestly, why should he? Jacob Fatu has been presented like an unstoppable machine. Every time he enters the ring, it feels like someone is about to go through a barricade. He doesn't wrestle normally. He collides with people. But confidence can slowly become disrespect, and I think that's exactly where Roman snapped. What made this segment so interesting is that Roman didn't explode immediately. He listened first. He watched Jacob carefully. You could actually see Roman studying him, almost like he was deciding whether this was still family business or if this had become something worse. That's what makes the Bloodline story work so well. It's not just punches and super kicks. It's pride, ego, legacy, and control. Roman demands loyalty. Jacob demands recognition. The Usos are constantly trapped somewhere in the middle trying to survive the emotional chaos of this family. Honestly, somebody get these people therapy because this is beyond complicated now. Then everything changed. Roman stepped closer, and suddenly the energy inside the arena shifted completely. Fans could feel it immediately. Even Jacob's expression changed for a split second because deep down, everybody understands something about Roman Reigns. When Roman truly decides to hurt somebody, the atmosphere changes. This wasn't the relaxed version of Roman. This wasn't the confident champion version. This looked like the old tribal chief mixed with something darker. Then the violence started. Fast. Brutal. Ugly. Roman attacked Jacob Fatu with a level of aggression we honestly haven't seen in a long time. And somehow the Usos being involved made it even more uncomfortable because suddenly Jacob wasn't just fighting Roman. He was fighting the entire weight of Bloodline history crashing down on him at once. Fans expected confrontation. Nobody expected a straight-up assault. Roman wasn't trying to win the moment. He was trying to break Jacob mentally before tribal combat even begins. Huge difference. Physical pain heals. Mental damage stays with you, and Roman knows that better than anyone. The crazy part is that Jacob Fatu refused to back down. Even while getting overwhelmed, he kept swinging. Kept fighting. Kept trying to push through the numbers game. There's something terrifying about how fearless Jacob is. Most people look intimidated standing across from Roman Reigns. Jacob looks annoyed, like Roman interrupted his workout or something. But eventually the numbers became too much. The Usos fully got involved. Super kicks started flying everywhere. Security rushed out looking completely useless as always. Honestly, WWE security guards deserve hazard pay at this point because these people get launched into tables every single week and still show up for work on Friday night. Then came the moment that really stuck with me. Roman stood over Jacob after the attack, and he didn't celebrate. He didn't pose. He didn't scream. He just stared at him with this cold expression that said more than any promo ever could. It felt like Roman was silently telling Jacob, "Now you understand exactly who you're dealing with." That's cinema. That's storytelling. And suddenly tribal combat doesn't feel like a wrestling match anymore. It feels inevitable. Like two storms finally colliding after months of tension. What's interesting is that I don't think Roman attacked Jacob because he's afraid of losing. I think Roman attacked Jacob because he finally realized Jacob Fatu doesn't care about the old bloodline rules anymore. Roman built the bloodline around control and acknowledgement. Jacob represents chaos. Pure chaos. He doesn't care about Roman's system or hierarchy, and for a control freak like Roman Reigns, that might actually be terrifying. Because how do you manipulate someone who genuinely doesn't care? That's why this rivalry feels different from the others. Fans are completely divided right now. Some think Roman finally woke up and became the tribal chief again. Others believe Jacob Fatu is still going to destroy him at tribal combat. And honestly, that uncertainty is exactly why this works so well. WWE desperately needed a rivalry where the outcome doesn't feel obvious. During Roman's historic title reign, there were times fans already knew how things would end before the match even started. This feels unpredictable again. Dangerous. Emotional. And can we talk about the Usos for a second? Because their role in this story is fascinating. Every time it looks like they've escaped bloodline drama, they somehow get dragged right back into the madness. One minute they're rebuilding themselves, and the next minute they're standing beside Roman again while chaos erupts around them. The emotional layers there are incredible. Do they fully support Roman again? Are they just protecting family? Or are they scared of Jacob Fatu too? WWE keeps dropping tiny clues without fully answering anything, and honestly, that mystery makes everything even better. If you're still watching right now, comment who you think wins tribal combat because this might be one of the most divided WWE fan debates we've had in a very long time. Roman Reigns or Jacob Fatu? I genuinely want to know. And here's another detail nobody is talking about enough. Roman Reigns looked desperate. Not weak. Not scared. Desperate. There's a difference. Desperate people are willing to cross lines they normally wouldn't cross. Roman understands that his entire aura is on the line now. The tribal chief character only works if people believe he's untouchable. Jacob Fatu threatens that entire identity. If Jacob beats Roman decisively, the mythology changes forever. Suddenly Roman becomes vulnerable. Suddenly the bloodline hierarchy collapses completely. That's why the attack felt so savage. It wasn't just anger. It was survival.